Manchester United have won their final game of the season away at Wolves with a massively rotated side this afternoon. Really pleased for some of them players to get given the opportunity today that haven't been given a lot of game time, and they've done well to come away with victory. The victory wasn't the main aim of this, it was more key performances of some of these players. Some of these players may be departing in the summer, some of these players are playing for their futures, and some of them are hopefully the future of Manchester United. And we've seen some decent performances out there today, which some of these players can be proud of what they've achieved today, because going away to Wolves is still a difficult prospect. I think they're 12th in the league, and with a rotated team like that, it was even more rotated than I thought. I think it's pretty decent for Manchester United. Henderson was in goal, you had Telles and Brandon Williams as the fullbacks, and Bay and 2-1-Zabi, so pretty much that was the back five that I thought was going to go with. Then obviously we switched it up and had Matic, Van der Beek and Juan Mata as sort of more attacking in the midfield three. I forgot in the preview to mention Mata, that's why I went for McTominay in the preview, but it was pretty much a similar lineup to what I thought. I wasn't too sure on the forward players, because I didn't think that Elanga would probably start this particular game. I thought it might be Marcus Rashford because he didn't start the previous game, but Marcus Rashford was on the substitutes bench. He didn't start any players I think that will play on Wednesday night. Now I'm not too sure which one's going to start on Wednesday, whether it's going to be Rashford or Greenwood, but neither of them featured in this game. So one of them or two of them, is Fred injured, and it will be McTominay and Pogba in midfield for that game in midweek. We don't know yet, we'll have to wait and see. But obviously he's refreshed it massively. I think there was 10 fucking changes to this starting lineup, so that was quite a lot for Manchester United. And these are really fringe players, and players that haven't really been given a lot of game time, so it's impressive to go 1-0 up. Elanga, and Ahmed and James starting as the front three for Manchester United. Started with Ahmed in sort of the false nine, and then Elanga sort of come into the number 9 at times early on, and missed a couple of good chances early on, squandered a couple, and then early on got himself that goal. Great cross from Dan James and a bullet header into the net. I'm really pleased for him. I did say in the previous game when he played against, was it Leicester City, when we made a rotated side, and I was surprised to see him start that game, because because Elanga was actually injured when Shortiri made his Manchester United debut. I always thought that, and still think that, he's the more promising of the two players, but he seems to now he's back from his shoulder injury or whatever he had in the under-23s. So he seems to now have gone ahead of Shortiri in the pecking order, but he is 19 years of age. He was playing quite well for the under-23s, but I just wasn't convinced whether he's going to have a Manchester United future here. To play for Manchester United in the future, you've got to be top dog. You've got to be the fucking dog's bollocks. I wasn't convinced on Marcus Rashford coming through and having a future at Manchester United either. But it's all about taking your opportunity, and today he's taking his opportunity, got himself a goal for Manchester United's first team. So we will have to wait and see where it takes Manchester United and Elanga. He can play up top, up in the striking position, can play in the wider areas. So there is room in his game where he can rotate and play in different positions, so he could be given the game time next season. But with the likes of Shortiri, who could impress Manchester United in pre-season as well, you've got Greenwood, you've got James, you've got Martial, Rashford, Cavani, all vying for these spots, and potentially maybe Jadon Sancho coming in, who fucking knows. It's going to be difficult for Elanga to get more game time for Manchester United. But it is impressive to see that he's taking his chance today, because that is the main aim of a young player. If you take your chance, you're going to get another chance, and chances don't just come for players. Van der Beek hasn't had a lot of football because he hasn't taken his chances when he's been given it, and that is the harsh reality of playing for Manchester United. You're not going to get 5, 6, 7, 8 chances to impress, but I thought there were still some impressive performances. Okay, they've equalised. We were expecting it. They've got their senior, pretty much full team out there today, Wolves, so I was expecting them to come back into the game. They've equalised, but I thought Ahmad looked good today. Looked a lot more impressive, I think, than in the previous game. I saw it was only his second start in the Premier League, but obviously he's got to keep these performances up and probably improve on these performances and add goals and assists more to his game over the next few months to warrant a start and keep himself at Manchester United, in order not to go out on loan or end up being a fringe player for Manchester United. But that is the harsh reality of being a Manchester United player. Obviously Elanga's got the goal today, but I think he was the more impressive out of the two to Ahmad. And for a £37 million potential fee for the player, then we're expecting big return on this player. So you're expecting these types of performances and him to get better. He's still only 18, but if he's given another opportunity next season or in pre-season, he's got to take them chances, because if we sign more players, then it is difficult to get in the Manchester United team. It's going to be. But luckily we've gone in 2-1 ahead. A penalty, yes, I thought it was a penalty. There was arguments over it. VAR intervened and the ref went and had a look at it, but he's kicked Van der Beek's foot. Sorry, that's a penalty in my opinion. Yes, he went down maybe a bit easy, but he's still been kicked. There's contact there. It's a fucking penalty in my books. And Juan Mata's coolly dispatched it. It's probably his last appearance for Manchester United in a Manchester United shirt, which is it's sad to see. He's been a good servant to Manchester United. Wish him all the best. Great human being, Juan Mata, and wish him well in his next club. But his time's come to an end at Manchester United. Same for Matic, probably his time's come to an end. But some of these players may still be here next season. Brandon Williams probably one that will go out on loan. I thought Tuanzebe was decent again today for Manchester United. Hasn't always been given the opportunity for Manchester United, but I thought he was decent actually. Could he still fucking be here next season? I don't know. If we sign another centre half, I don't know. Maybe we could still send him out on another loan deal. I don't know. But sad reality is at Manchester United, if we sign another world-class centre-back, is Tuanzebe ever going to get the game time at Manchester United? Probably not. He's probably going to be third, fourth choice centre-back again next season. So probably needs to go out there and get some minutes, whether that's a loan deal or not. Brandon Williams probably will get a loan move because he's still a bit younger and hasn't had maybe the experience. He's only played, that was his 50th game for Manchester United. But maybe Tuanzebe's hitting the age now where he might want to move on a permanent deal. I don't know, but I still wouldn't rule him out completely of having a good career in the game. He's had all the potential to be a world-class centre-back. Just injuries have really held Tuanzebe back over the years. But overall, Manchester United soaked up a lot of pressure in that second half. We didn't really do a lot. We've seen Hannibal Mejbri and Shola Shortiri come on in that second half. It was a bit too late. I think he could have brought them on a bit earlier, around the 60th minute mark. The game was just fizzing out. They weren't really doing anything. Henderson didn't really have a fucking save to make in that second half, did he much? They applied the pressure, but we did defend it okay, but they didn't really do enough to really warrant a goal in that second half. Wolves and Manchester United didn't do enough either. Bringing them 2 on late on was a bit of a kick in the nuts. So I'd like to have seen them got half an hour, a bit more. And Will Fish getting a cameo right at the end. It was too late really to give him many more minutes, but at least we've rested the likes of Greenwood, Rashford, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, all these fucking mans for that game on Wednesday. That is the big one. We go again on Wednesday, so we look forward to that. I don't know, man of the match, Ahmad maybe. Elanga getting himself a goal, Tuanzebe doing bits at the back, so I don't know, Ahmad man of the match. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. It's the end of the season. We go again on Wednesday for that final, hopefully get the victory in that, and then we can talk transfers in the summer, because I'm going to do a lot of transfer talk in the summer. Let's get that win in that game. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and if you're watching it on Facebook, please do share the video. Really do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Come on United.